Check, check, check. Check 1 2. Check, check. Check, check. Check, check. Check, check, check. 1 2. Check, check, check. 1 2. What's up? I have been struggling so bad with this camera tonight. I had to go into my OBS and go through all of the settings. And I don't know if this is gonna come through or not, but it's worth a shot. If it's too loud, let me know. If the guitar needs to be turned up as well. The camera, it's a Canon EOS M50 Mark 1. So I'm having to do a lot of weird workarounds. I need to get me a new one, honestly. But it's not the camera that's causing the problem. It's my 15-year-old MacBook Pro. Dude, the CPU on this thing is running like pretty close to exploding. I do. I bought a capture card. It was like 20 bucks. I don't think it's anything crazy. But it's something. Okay, I don't think y'all can hear the guitar. Let me know if I'm right or wrong. I'm gonna mute my voice. Tell me if you can hear the guitar. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, that's fun. I'm gonna turn this mic down. I'm gonna play through my speakers and see if I can get the audio to come through. If you want broken, you can just send me your address. I actually let me it. And if there is, um, you want it broken. Yeah. I also don't have autofocus because check check. Yeah, the bell. Okay, it is gated. If it's not gated, hold on. Hold on. No gate. Actually, that may not be that bad. Let me know if that's better. I did the gate because when I was playing, you couldn't hear me. Check, 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 check. Is that better? This is why I tried to do a test stream where it wasn't listed to people, but then I realized how hard it was to go and listen to yourself back. Okay. Is the voice too loud or is it just right? In OBS, it's currently in the yellow. Okay, it's clipping into the red. Is that better? Yeah, I'm finna be yapping. I didn't even get the chance tonight because I was so focused on the wrong things to put this bad boy on the board. And again, I don't have autofocus. You want the guitar level louder? Yo, y'all synced up for real. See, this is where I'm so confused because the audio was coming through like very clear the other day. Wait. No, that's not it. This is the guitar at 0. Okay. Yeah. What? Sorry, I don't have my inners in, so I actually can't hear anything, which I probably should have started there, to be honest. Um, so the bit rate, let me go see what I have the bit rate at, because I did change that. Um, and that actually did help. What is it in output? So I have the bit rate at 4500 KB, yeah, kbps. I have the keyframe at 2, rate controls at CBR. It's really all I can do from that one. Sample rate's 48 hertz, and then the video, I mean, I just have the frames at 30, and then on my camera, I made sure that it wasn't outputting more than 30. Actually, I don't even think the camera that I have puts out 30. I think it's like 20, 29.6 or something. Something very dumb. But yeah, I don't know. Dang it, is it laggy? No, it's not. You meant technical things. You should know that. Didn't you have to go through this, Cam? I thought that's what you were having to figure out whenever you were trying to live stream. Bro. Okay, that's good. The problem with the last ones was there was a I don't think my computer could have handled it. Though it is definitely doing a lot better now, which thank the Lord. I really can't afford a new like Mac. If I get anything, I have debating just picking you up. I'm not gonna do it. Um, I have a gigantic TV. Wait, I think I can fold it out. Wait, you may not be able to see it. No, you definitely can't see it. If I just fold it out from here, it's attached to my wall, and I can sit on my bed and play video games from it, which is fun. But um, yeah, I want to make this like my monitor up top, or buy another monitor. Um, and get like the little square Mac because laptop numero one won't even turn on. Like it's not dead. It just won't turn on. That was the one from 2016. And then the one I'm using to record, every now and then, the screen will just completely go black. And I can't see what I'm doing, which is a problem, especially when streaming. So I've been using the TV and connecting it through HDMI. Okay. I also need a new interface. The Scarlet will Loki rip cheeks if I don't disconnect the input at least once every 30 minutes. And it is really annoying when you're in the middle of a take. You'll be like nailing the line perfectly, and then it'll start ripping cheeks on you. Also, just realized that y'all couldn't see the whatever you freaking call it, the TV. It's up here, I promise. Okay, weirdly, the MacBook computer hasn't gone out during the stream yet. It's very finicky, but I tried. I tried to get it serviced. They wouldn't. I asked the dude, and I told him I was like, hey, I have one MacBook from 2019, which is the one I'm using now, and then the other one was from 2016. And I was like, the one from 2019, I think it has a cooling issue, and then the battery in it just won't hold charge. And so I tried taking it to go get serviced, and he just straight up looked at me and said, "No, it's not going to be worth it. That I'd be paying more money than I could afford." Also, I don't know if y'all can hear the phone. I'm trying to listen on it. But yeah, there's one that they have on Amazon, the Max, and it's the like little square ones, but I think it's like $550. It doesn't hold a ton of storage. I think it's 512 gigabytes, um, which isn't anything crazy, but I really don't do all that much. Like I don't have tons of stuff on. But can I take the furry lens you took out of the fair? See, that's what I'm trying to get. I want to get the Mac Mini. Because the Mac Minis are cool. Let me see if I can find the one I was talking about on Amazon. And again, I would have to redo the focus because it can't. It's so stupid. But like a Mac Mini and a little monitor, yeah, that'd be heat. What? There is a 2025 MacBook Air. I don't know if I'd want the Air, but it's $800. I feel like at that point, I'd be better off getting the Mac Mini. It's a. Oh, yeah, no, you can't see it. There you go. It's too bright. Yeah, you can't see it because it's too bright. What if I take the light away? No, it's still too bright. Okay, I'm sorry. I can't adjust everything from here, and I don't want to. Okay, I was wrong. It's 256 gigabytes. Yeah, 256 gigabytes, 16 gigabytes of memory on the actual thing, like computer itself, I guess. And it's right now it's $500. So I don't know. 256 gigabytes, 16 gigabytes of memory on the actual thing, like computer itself, I guess. And it's right now it's $500. So right now it's $500. So I don't know. Yeah, okay. I saw it lag again right there. But if it's only doing it every once in a while, like I don't I don't think it's doing it all that much, which is what I want. I don't and it tells me when the FPS drops. No, I'm not connected to the Ethernet. Yeah, no, I'm not connected to the Ethernet, and I can't. Why? It's tethered upstairs, and I tried to run a cable directly from it all the way down here because I wanted it for my Xbox, and I couldn't. So I have a little like Wi-Fi extender, and that's what I'm being ran into. But being plugged into the Ethernet's just not possible unless I'm upstairs and I live in the basement, pretty much. Also, that was actually an HX1 preset. That's the lo-fi one that I was saying I was trying to get the like McGee sound from. That's what it was. Also, these captures sound pretty dang good with the Strat. Is there, I don't have a good test. Is there a certain, like, HX modulation that you're wanting to hear? Also, while you tell me that, I'm gonna go grab my ears. Run a speed test. Base the lowest rate to the bit rate and change that. Okay, yeah, I'll try that. That's honestly what I probably needed to do, and I have a thing on here that'll run the bitrate for me. Where did I put that? It's right there. Okay, yeah, I'll try that. That's honestly what I probably needed to do. I have a thing on here that'll run. I'm gonna get my Jazzmaster. Bro, where did the end go? I have the same struggle on Sunday mornings, I swear. There we go. Ah, that's weird. I can hear myself now. But it's alright. This will be a check to make sure it's coming through in stereo. So let me know. That should be enough to tell you. Sweet. I've been meaning to sit down with these amps. Honestly, I was sending them back and forth. I'm still not crazy about the EQ. So, I gotta go back through Yeah, that was me switching between Eric Mooney's capture and Samuel's demo capture that he sent. I really need to just listen to the new ones. I know he said that it made the breakup texture sound weird, but it gave the tone more clarity. And what I felt like it lacked when I played this Sunday, it had really good full tone, but what my sound engineer was cutting out was he was actually boosting what I was trying to boost, and Samuel said it made it sound a little bit weird. So I'm gonna boost that back up because I think I was on the right track. And then he told me to bring some more of that low mids in like the 450 hertz range back up. But again, when I went to go see what the EQ changes were on the board from this Sunday, he was already taking those and pulling them down. So he was boosting what I had originally boosted and then pulling out what I originally had pulled out. But when I sent the demos, everyone had said that it was thin. And so I wanted to do y'all's EQ, go play a Sunday, see how it felt, and then come back and see how I felt about it. And it sounds really good full. Like, I really like how it sounds just as with the neck pickup. So it sounds really good when it's clean and by itself, but in a mix, I don't know. It almost made it gave it more mud, and what I was sending already didn't have as much clarity. So what it was receiving, um, on like the back end of things, it just sounded a little bit sounded all right. Yeah, wasn't my favorite, but that's why I'm gonna sit down with it and see if I can nail it out. Honestly, also ignore the squeaky chair. This thing wants to kill itself because I sit on it every day. And like I said, I need to go on a calorie deficit. You know, just one more thing to plug into my computer to make it want to kill itself. Worth it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and make those changes and see what I like more. So I'm gonna copy them because I think I think we've came to the conclusion that we still prefer these over Eric's, which there's nothing wrong with that. But I would really like to test this EQ over the other one because I think y'all will see what I'm talking about when I'm saying there's a little bit more clarity. If I boost that a little bit. There's definitely too much of the highs. I will say that. I'll do about there. So this is just taking that mid-range and bumping it up smidge. And I hate when the camera does that. Come back. There we go. Yeah, old camera also means that it likes to shut off on its own every 30 minutes. It creates a cool rainbow thing. I guess that's a plus. Also, I raised the gain on these, and I'm not gonna lie, that was not the move. I don't run a ton of gain. Also, I'm not playing because I have the Tonex plugged in, and for whatever reason, I mean, y'all have messed with them. For whatever reason, I don't know why, when you plug in when you plug into the Tonex, why does it go out of phase? It makes no sense to me. It makes nada. Okay. Also, what I'm using, it's the Tone Factor White Lightning 1 enhanced, but with EQ change, like a lot of it. Um, and then, you know what? No, I'm gonna take some of that out too, because I think I remember doing that. Yeah, I mean, I'm not like I took the bass and I have the bass at I think it's like 485 ish hertz, and I have that taken down to like I guess what they're all standard at 5. I took that all the way down to 3.4. Again, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the captures. Or not 3.4. I took it down to 3.6. It's my bad. If it will go down the one notch I needed to. I'm gonna flatten that. Keep that there. Yeah, I don't know why it does it. Again, it makes no sense. I am super stoked to put this thing on though. Um, Again, I gotta take off too. I've never ran an expression pedal though. It was between buying a pedal until I remembered I had that, or getting the. Do y'all know what the little like roller knob things are? I can't find it for the life of me. Like I don't know the name of it, but there's like that little roller knob that you can buy for it, and I've been wanting to get that. But to be honest, a bigger drive pedal, or not a bigger drive, I do not need another drive pedal. The volume pedal, it being big, will help me with my indecisiveness because I'll be forced to take something off. Okay, I need to ask that. I was gonna ask it tonight, but again, change of plans. Would it be better to run it to the Morningstar and control everything via MIDI? Or would it be better to run the expression pedal directly to the pedal I want to control it with? That was my question. I don't know how expression pedals work at all. Also, I'm about to test these captures. So this is literally nothing. This is just the captures um on the board going into the canvas. I'm gonna send Saki the link again. No. No more drives. I'm gonna mute my mic for a minute. It's not bad. I hate running this thing. Ooh, what is up, Suggy? I'm gonna unplug this cable because this cable, I need to get a new one so bad. It doesn't send me a true stereo image. It sends me a summed image, and it also sends me a stereo image at the same time. It makes no sense. That was loud. Okay. I'm gonna keep this up here. tell me if I'm crazy. Do y'all hear what I'm talking about when I say that taking out that weird that like that mid, boosting the mids and taking out some of that bass really does open up the clarity. It doesn't make it feel as full, but that's the the EQ that he's already doing to me post. And from what he said send me the best sounding thing that you can make, and which to my ears is what sounds good. And then from there he can make the EQ changes. But the way my mind's always kind of worked with it is make it sound as good as it can, not alone, but in a mix. So that's kind of where I'm at. So I'll go through them again one more time. So that was the original EQ. That's what I ran on Sunday. This is the one that I honestly should have ran because I like it more, but this is what I want to run. And then this will be on the I keep forgetting to take the pad on and off. This is the old captures, but on the bridge pickup. And then this is on the new EQ that I think I'm going to try and run this Wednesday. Which one? You think the more full EQ or having the one that I think adds personally a little bit more like clarity? Is the microphone volume not loud enough? I don't know how much higher I can go on it. I keep forgetting to turn the pad up. Is that good for y'all? Yeah, I mean, so the only thing with it is I talked to my sound guy, and you weren't in here for this, but I talked to my sound guy, and he said pretty much give me what you think sounds the best. And even after him doing all the EQ changes, which what he did was exactly what I did on the Tonex, which was he boosted that mid-range level. It does, and I agree with that. But until I could get that full sounding mix, but not lose clarity, in my opinion, because when I have all of it, it I feel like it loses it so much. Versus this. I'm gonna throw this gate back on, but check. Can y'all still hear me good with the gate on right here? I'm trying to make sure it gets rid of that buzz. Yeah, I think that's where we differ because I like the darker tone, but in our mix on Sundays, I don't really care for it. Also, I'm fighting a cable on my foot. Go away. Go away. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really excited to try your new captures out because that'll be give it more relief. Check, check. Is this better? Check, check. Oh, also, you want to hear some of Sam's presets? He's got some pretty sick ones. I'll show you some of the reverbs first. This is his cathedra settings. Yeah, I'm trying to be patient. I I do think the key though for me is because what I did is I pretty much reverted what we undid yesterday. So I took more of those lows out because I didn't care for them. They were getting cut anyways. Don't hear them in the mix, and I feel like they were muddying up the tone a little bit. And then there was also the that mid range that was already being boosted, and I also thought it needed to be boosted as well because I know you said it doesn't give clarity, but whenever I was boosting that top end, it felt like that muddiness that was in the middle was going away. And honestly, I do think that is me preferring the blue speaker, whatever it's called, the Celestian Blue, I think, over the greenback. And I think that's just my personal opinion or preference. So if you do another capture, do the one with the blue, because that'll probably solve a ton for me. Yeah, I know y'all can hear it. That's why I have a pad, and I've just been muting it whenever I know you can hear me, and I know you can hear me when I'm super far away, and that is why I've been putting a pad on it every time I go to play. Yeah, but if I'm not playing, I'll keep it unmuted. Sam Whittock really did a good job on these presets. Those were his cathedra settings. Some original. I don't have any. I mean, we have the song that we played Sunday, but it's nothing crazy. Now, I mean, I had to write the parts for it. This is one of Sam Wittek's really interesting ones. Um, I don't know how. I started off on drums. I don't know how he got this sound out of it. I'm assuming the cassette or like one of the weird crunchy preamps, but this thing sounds wild. And then this is with like one of my delays. It's super whack. And then he has this one too that like takes it and pitches it up, and it's another really cool one. And then this is like a shimmer verb. Yeah, he's got some interesting. I don't ever really play around with those though. I still use Kenyon's presets a lot. I do have one setting on the HX1 that I made and I love it. That does like the twinkly stuff, and that's the mosaic setting. And that this is what that sounds like. Anyway, yeah, that's that. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna stay on here, to be honest. It was mainly set up as like a test stream to see if it worked a lot better. So I'm probably gonna go back and rewatch it and then go to bed because it is 12:46 in the morning, and I wake up in 3 hours. So, yup, probably not the smartest thing for me to have stayed up this late. We'll thug it out. I got energy drinks. Anyway, thank you. Uh, I know they're not in here, but thank you, guys, for your help.